this is Julie. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be about purchasing textbooks for school. I guess the thing that I've kind of learned over my journey is that some colleges and universities, they require specific textbooks from their bookstore, and those are usually going to be your more expensive purchases, because a lot of times they come in a bundle, and there will be like a lab book and a textbook and maybe a disc if they have a lab or something. But you can generally expect to be paying at least $200 for your more expensive like bundles and required reading materials. For my biology classes, you could only buy the textbooks at the university bookstore. You could not get them anywhere else. But outside of that, the upside is you can go on Amazon. I've purchased books from Chegg, from Direct Text, and from Amazon. Chegg, I would stick with Chegg and Amazon. You just want to kind of look at all three and see, who has the best price. What I don't like about Direct Text is they may say one price, but then it's something else. So I stopped using them. I think towards in graduate school, I think I transitioned to, and I don't know why I wasn't doing it before, because I've always had a tablet the whole time that I've been in school. So in graduate school, I transitioned to getting ebooks. They're more inexpensive. And the thing is also, you don't have to wait. So let's just say the professor doesn't give you the syllabus until day of class starting or the day before. So of course, if you order the book, it has to be delivered to you. It's going to take a while to get there, at least a week. Some are more overnight, just depends on who has what in stock. So it may take you a while to get the book, to get, to start working on the assignments. You can always tell your professor, hey, I don't have the book. Usually they give you that first week as leeway, because they know, especially if they got the class at the last minute and they weren't able to put out the syllabus until the day before or day of. So they'll give you a little leeway. But what I started doing was just using my iPad and downloading them on my Kindle, because you get them instantly, like as soon as you purchase it. Now, all textbooks are not available on the Kindle or in an e-text form. Some of them are not. But another good thing about ordering books, used books, is that especially your major books, they're highlighted. A lot of times they already have the answers highlighted that you're looking for homework. Notes in the margins. I love those books because they're super helpful. I would rather get one of those than a brand new textbook. And normally, especially on Amazon, when you go look up the book, it'll tell you highlighted notes in the margin. It'll tell you what type of book it is. I would try to stay away from the brand new books as much as possible, because one, they're going to be cheaper. Brand new books are always more expensive. Two, they're more inexpensive if they're a used book. And then, like I said, they have highlights and notes in the margin. I've even had worksheets found in books, notes like folded in half and left in the book. And I try to do that as well. Like if I'm writing notes, highlighting stuff, I'll leave it in the book and send it back like that. You never kind of know what kind of treasures you're going to find in those textbooks, which I think it's super great. When you have, it saves you some time for you having to hunt and look for certain things. And even if you do get brand new books, if you highlight them and write notes in the margin, because Amazon, Chegg, Direct Text, all of these booksellers, they buy books as well. So let's just say you're at the end, like I just finished my master's, I need to go through and get all my books and just sell them back because some books I had and some books I may keep. You know, depending on your field, you might find a book super useful for what you're going to do in your career. So you may end up keeping some, but those books that you're not going to keep, sell them back. Or, you know, if you know somebody who's a year behind you, needs books, and that's another thing that I've done. With some of my colleagues and classmates, you know, we switch books. You know, they may have taken a class ahead of me. I may have taken a class ahead of them. So, you know, instead of them going out and buy the books that I know that professor requires, we would just swap books. So, just look out for your classmates and people in college, because, you know, a lot of people are struggling in college because they're trying to, you know, make it happen. So, swapping books is a good thing. You can always go to half price books as well. I don't know, for me, it was kind of hard for me to find textbooks there. But they're always a place to try to go look if you can't find a book. I don't even know if they have them everywhere. I'm in Texas, so we have them here. I don't know if they're everywhere or not. But they're also a place where you can go find books as well. But I would say I think Amazon is my main go-to for books. And like I said, I recently just started purchasing ebooks and downloading it on my tablet, because you can go in and highlight, make notations. You can also go in and look. So let's just say you're having an open note quiz, and you can go in and type the words in, just a few keywords from the question, and it will take you to where it's at in the book, so that you don't have to flip through the book to find, you know, the answers. But I think that's been super helpful, because like I said, you can get the book immediately, start reading immediately, and there are a lot of features on the Kindle. And I know for some people, they just need like the paper. And I was one of those people for a long time, and it kind of just happened on a whim where there were no books available. You know, you need to get your books early, because that's what happens. Like, everybody buys or rents the books up, and there's no more books left. So that's what ended up happening from one of my classes, and me getting it on the iPad was the only choice I had. So I went ahead and downloaded it, and I've kind of been doing that ever since. There are some books, like I said, that you'll want to have to kind of keep to reference, you know, I guess in the beginning of your careers, for some, because I know out of some of my books, there are some that I've, you know, that I use to go back and look at. I think that's it. So just to kind of recap, so there's Amazon, Chegg, and Direct Text. And like I said, the school bookstore. And, you know, and another thing to, another thing to kind of stay away from is, let's just say the book that you need requires you to have an access code. You'll see it listed in Amazon where it says book with access code. If it's a used book, do not get that book if you're required to, because that's another combo that some professors require. Like, say they want you to have the text, but they also do their labs online, and it requires for you to have that access code. But if it's a used book, the access code is a one-time use code. If it's brand new, you can buy the bundle together, and the access code will work. But don't think that you're going to get a book that's used with the access code and the access code is going to work. The access code is not going to work. So please, please, please don't waste your money doing that. You're going to get that book and that access code, and you're going to be mad because the access code is not going to work. Just keep that in mind if the professor requires you to have an access code to do labs for that particular course. So that is the last thing. And again, like I always say, if nobody cares, know that I care. Go out and make somebody smile today.